So they keep releasing patches, keep releasing optimizations and such, and I'm hoping that the game performs better as a result. Welcome back to All Will Fall. I hope we're having a great day today. This is the bottom of the bottom. The tide has dropped as low as it will. This is as low as it goes in my, as far as I know. So this is our baseline here. And so we can try to get down here and build this, maybe remove some of this rubble and reinforce this stuff a bit better. Hopefully make it a little stronger. And then, look at that. Just the amount of people we got going up these stairs, man. I want to remove the stairs. This is a really big bottleneck for people getting up here. You know, we've talked about it previously, but it was just so expensive back then. I think getting the elevator going could be interesting. And I want to give people another way. I think maybe right here. We take this out, and I want to bring an elevator to where it just kind of goes through this whole area right here. So we have maybe... Well, I want... Like, we have this, and I think this is a really cool place for that, though. So I don't want to get in the way of that. Maybe on the other side. Do we have a way for this to work on this side? We can make that work. Yeah, we can move some of these things. This is where people are anyway. So if I can make the elevator come through here, this would be ideal. Now, it's just very expensive, right? That's why we didn't do it before. We have access to the bathhouse now. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then in the research tab, we're also looking at goods manufacturing pretty soon too. So we got a few things we want to take care of here. Let me start with the elevator, and I got to figure out where that is. Let's get the research screen out of the way here. The elevator is where? Metal path right here. Metal elevator. Build parts of the elevator on top of each other to easily get to the top. Floor entrances can be rotated. So it's 5 tools and 10 metal. I don't have enough tools. Got to be making more tools. I've recently spent a lot of tools, which is why we don't have any. So we'll have to see how that goes. I think maybe scaling my operation up a little bit more would be a good idea. So creating tools, if we look at, tools creation, it takes a lot of sand and a metal, but that's where all of our metal's going, right? So we need to make more metal and get going with more metal. And more recycling would be a good idea there too, but we don't have a whole lot of junk, which is why that's there. So if we just keep working ourselves backwards, eventually we arrive at the need for more junk collection. So electric junk catchers, where can we place those? I'm thinking probably we could do some of them over here. It's just about transporting everything too. So we're going to need people moving things around a bit more. And I'm thinking right here would be an okay spot for that. If this is the bottom of the bottom, then this will always be in range. And we can access it from that point there. We're already able to walk down here, I think, maybe not, because that metal might be blocking walking. We'll have to make another walk path around there. But on that note, we might be able to get another bit of collection. No. Maybe it has to be on this side. It's going to have to be on this side, but we'll have to find a way to get people down there. And then this is right on the edge of the water, so that's still not great. Yeah, we're going to have to find a way to get people down here. Let's have... Okay. So what we want to do is to eliminate this flooring. We don't want to gut all this stuff out if we want to turn this into a production area. I don't think I can really use this middle section. It's overloaded with sand. I'm going to need more sand anyway too. So I'm also thinking about like where can sand go? And I think getting over into these other buildings is going to be really, really helpful. Because there's so much stuff over here to gather and a lot of surface area and a lot of water access. So just kind of getting over here would be a big deal. And we're kind of going all through this entire process in my head just so I can fit in an elevator. It's a little weird. Oh, I just noticed. This thing's making noise. That's neat. Just generating that influence, right? All right, so the tide is about to come up. Wind and rain going 100%. And we are going to be able to store up to 210 energy, 210 power We got a sailing trader here. They can provide me with the junk, which I think I might take just because I need that metal. I'm going to take the junk. It sounds a little weird, you know, to trade goods for junk. But if it gets me what I'm looking for faster, then I'm going to do it. And then we have more of these guys, which gives me more goods. So 20 more people. All right. All right, hang on. So let's do this. That's going to get us the goods. We now need to find housing for 14 people. So let's take a look at it really quick. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, and leisure time happens at 2300. So we've got about a little less than 10 hours to house these guys. Now, ideally, I'd like to place another house here to keep this housing block going. But I won't be able to, not just because it's metal and I don't have it, but also because it's structurally unsound and it won't work. This will work, but another metal one will not work. There's just not enough strength on this. Actually, it's this one. There's not enough strength on this to do that. So we need to reinforce even better down here. And that's where, you know, more concrete could help, maybe, but I don't have a lot of resources for that either. So if I take a look, it's 10 sand for each one of these. I'm only going to be able to go and do 2 of these. And I need to place this here, I think, to add a little weight underneath this. Because without doing that, I just don't have the structural... I don't have the ability to put a house up on top of this. So I'm looking at this as a 4307 right now, which is red. And... if I were to, let's just temporarily see if the city fixes it. If we add some of these, does it do anything? Like anything at all? Yeah, 4872. So it does directly help. We just want to add more strength here. So let's take this down. This returns back to its 4307. And so if we can get concrete in there instead, that'd be better. It's right here. So let's see if I can improve that by going like this. And in so doing, we now get a 10K on this metal house. That's a huge improvement from what it was before. But is it enough to put a metal house on top of it? I need one more metal to find out. There we go. And it is now enough. Good. So I can place this up here. And this, I think, can still hold more. Yeah, it can still hold more now. So that's being very helpful. I'm thinking like down here is going to be just a lot of concrete. I really just need to constantly reinforce this area. Clearing out the junk and stuff down here is obviously something we're going to do. I already have ladders and stuff to get down there, but we need to do even more. So over here, I can now place another house on top of this, and I will. And it will hold. And then I need to add some additional reinforcements because now this is low. So now we need to keep reinforcing the bottom. But we're going to get even more people in their houses here. So that's good. We'll now be down to, what, 8 people homeless? We're running out of time, though. In fact, it's about to be leisure time anyway. So we're going to have eight homeless outsiders here. They're not going to finish this house. It's the worst. It's the worst if I force priority. Can somebody come over here and do this? I know it's leisure time, but, you know... as your overseer, I command you. You want to be citizens? Hey, joining engineers. That's great. I like it. So that gives us 71 engineers, 75 workers, and only 18 sailors. So the reason why this is like this is because my 2 schools, right? They're teaching people how to be those jobs. I don't have the sailor school. That was intentional initially, but I think perhaps we should adjust that for now. So I can come in right here, and let's take the people out of these schools so we don't need those anymore. And we can look at maybe putting in the sailing school to try to get some sailors, because we have a lot of outsiders, and getting more sailors does mean more boats, and then we can start getting a lot more of this junk faster too, which is always going to be a big deal. So maybe we'll look at that. We're going to have rain here, and it's not a lot of wind, but a lot of rain here. So our water issue is not an issue. There will be no water issue. And we're just waiting on the metal for the goods manufacturing research. They did finish this house. Yep. This is good. If they finish this one, then great too. So how are we going to get them to this one? Well, I have up here. And what I'm thinking is, since they're going to come this way to come down there, right? So they can come across this way. And if they were to come across this way, let's say we add this like that. I'm just worried about strength. Because like what's going on below this, right? This area right here, it's 15K. But yeah. All right. So we're going to want to go up a little bit here. So we can have this go up like that. Okay. And then we'll add, just a little extra support there. That's not bad. And then from there, we now have what we need at this point to come across like this. Yes. And then like this and like this. So that gets us where we need to be to have that row of houses work. But I don't think I can place something on top of this. Definitely not. It's only 2284. So to have this house here, I'm going to have to reinforce again. But we can at least, cover the housing for the remaining people by doing this. These 6 homeless will now live in here. No big deal. Outsiders are stealing. That's no good. There's still people. We should be helping everyone. So they stole 20 wood from our supplies. What are we going to do? We take it back and punish them. Yeah, I think so. Take it back and punish them. We don't condone stealing. We don't let them do it. If you don't give consequence, then you'll get no change in behavior. And if you want to have a change in behavior, that's how it works. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to do here with the power supply, even though it's really solid, is we have them off the side here, which is good, but we can put them on the other side as well. I don't see any reason why we can't do both. I guess right now it's demonstrating to me that they're going to overlap, so I guess that would be the reason why we can't do both. What about putting them up here? 70% coverage still. It needs to be kicked out. It needs to be out a little bit more. If I extended you out one by building something here and then attaching you to it, I could do the same thing on the other side and probably separate you. So if I try this, let's say I break this one down. I want to try to get more power out of this area. And since this thing has, it doesn't have unlimited. This does, but this does not. Unlimited strength. The bottom part does. Yeah. Not quite yet. We'll have to have people come over here and do this. Now, this is need more water and need more food. Sailors. So their loyalty is declining because they don't have enough. I can give you more water, I guess. I don't know why you need more food. I guess I can afford that, right? If I give every member of the sailors more food and water. These guys don't even have a lot of water. Let's give these guys more water. Yeah. But if I give you guys like more than everyone, there aren't very many of you, so it won't cost me too much. So let me try that and see what happens. I think it's only just like one person. And it'd be nice to know where that one person is. If there's any icons around that will tell me. I don't see that. What do we got going on right here? An offer to share. A good-hearted person that you previously took in is offering their supply stash. You helped me when we needed it. You helped me and others when we needed it the most. It seems that you are now in need of some yourself. Please take this. So I could say this and get 10 more influence. Quite generous. I get 14 food. Not that big of a deal. Empty the whole bag is silly. Everyone empty your bags now. Also pretty silly. I'm just going to take the influence here. I don't need any of those resources. So that's fine for me. Let's see how the optimization changes have taken place, eh? Because it was really bad during rain. And as you can see, things have dramatically improved. I've also turned on a couple of things just to prove this, or just to really drive this in, that the game is performing a little better than it was before, because they have done some optimizations. And what I mean by just to drive it in, I have now enabled in my graphic settings I have the shadow resolution up to 4096. It's been at 2048 this entire time. So I've just raised it a little bit. You know, whatever. Just make things a little more taxing. I've changed the water compute resolution from the 512 it was before up to 1024. And I've also enabled GPU occlusion culling. All right. So, okay, cool. Might improve or make performance worse. It could be that. It really could be that. Maybe this is why. But I've turned that on anyway. So now everything is running a lot better. I don't know if it's optimizations or the GPU thing, but I turned that on. All right. This is Give It a Lick. Hey there, boss. I heard that we're low on water, eh? Look here. This moss is almost made of water. We're not low on water at all. I don't know what you're talking about. I can get 5 influence just by saying, hey, no, we're not. We're not low. So I could just gain that, so we'll do that. Easy. I'm not sure why he thinks we're low on water. We have loads of water. All right, goods manufacturing is complete, but this is like really end game stuff when I already have enough junk and tools production, which I don't. But what I do have are a very select set of skills. I don't have the metal. No, I don't have the set of skills. I don't have the metal, and that's what I'm looking for. So I want to increase my metal, and in this case, the metal dredger makes sense because we now have a little bit more junk. We can now bring in and use more of it. We're also going to be using loads of power for this, but I like it. As far as the solution for some more metal, I like it. I think I want to expand over to another building too. This is not as useful anymore, so we can move this somewhere else. Where would we move it to, you might ask? Well, if my mouse would... My mouse is not cooperating. I can't move this any further than that. What's going on? Yeah, there we go. See, my mouse is like disappearing as soon as I move it. So try this. Come on, mouse. Cooperate with me. Yeah, this is good enough. Try that. Obviously, we need to get you up there. So we'll begin by, to start with, we'll just begin by getting you... let's put you like this. That doesn't actually get you where I think it does. I need to rotate that. Yeah, I need to rotate that. This needs to be this way. Yeah, and then we could just kind of do this for a second. That's all right. So that gets us at least to this point, but now we need to cross this bridge, of course. So we can just kind of just do this. The foundation pieces could make this work. No, I think that's a little more expensive. Maybe we come up to here. Oh my gosh, camera. I'm such a dysfunctional idiot sometimes, you know? I know a lot of you guys tell me this constantly. You don't really say dysfunctional idiot. That's my words. But, you know, some of you have strong opinions on my idiocy sometimes. And you just can't let it go. You got to tell me about it. Let's try this. We'll just go all the way to it. This should hold it up, I think. Yeah, there it goes. It might be more resources than I needed to use, but you know what? It's a thing. They can cross there now. Now I have to make sure that they can actually get there because there's still a lot of stuff here to process, but you know, it wasn't being processed by that machine, so I wanted to move the machine someplace where it could be more useful. And then now I just need to get them down here. So I think we'll start by just letting them come down here like that. That will technically get them all the way over to this area. They can now manage this stuff, and they're here, but that's not helping them either. So can I get... Let's say maybe we allow you to clear this. So let's put it here, though. This should allow you to clear this. Yeah, it gives you access to all that stuff. So now there's definitely a place for you guys to work. I want more of those as well. Let's get another gathering hut. There's so much here to gather. I'm going to place another one there. And I think we're going to place another one over here, too. There's just a lot to work with over here. And I want to get as much of it as I can. So I'm going to place you here. We're going to have even more people there. Then on top of that, we need storages and all that stuff. So the storages, are still back over here, but we're going to have some logistics people that are moving some stuff around. And we can have them be maybe just off the edge right here. That's a pretty good central location for them to just be and exist and like move around here and try to gather everything. So I like that. Not quite ready for goods manufacturing. I did the research ahead of time, but I'm not really ready for it yet. I just need more junk to be collected. And, you know, we need to work our way over to places that are going to let me do that. Not really sure where. Maybe over here. This looks good. I can make this work. We could say junk collection can be like this. Not sure how that's 100%, but it's showing me 100%. It didn't look like it was going to be because of that land right there. We could also make it like this. Maybe if I do it over here and clear all this out of the way, if I do it here, then I might be able to do both. Yeah, I can do both right here at 100%. Okay. Now let's see about making this fit, making this work. So we have the ability to cross through here. If I have to redo this because once I built this, I can't cross this anymore. And I didn't realize that until now. So we're going to redo this, but I'm going to bring this down. And then also I'm going to bring this down. About like that. Yep. And then we want to add some supports for all these things too. So we'll put a support there. We don't really need this big one here. We'll put one there. And then I want to have you wrap around like so. And then have you wrap around as well, like so. And that should let you guys all gather and clean and get things as soon as we do this. There. Now you should be able to get to all these places. I think maybe this one's, I think this one's actually not great. Hang on. Let's turn this. Yeah. I think that's better. Now we've got extra space and they should be able to reach this one easy. This one they're saying they can't reach and it's because of this. But if we just make this a higher priority for collection, there's quite a lot of stuff there. And we could get that stuff picked up and collected, then it should be fine. We can also have at the top here, I think there's enough room for it right here. We can have another one of these. I'm just not sure that's a good spot for it because there's not a whole lot of stuff to gather here. So once it's gone, I guess I move it. Yeah, but it doesn't get in anybody's way. It's actually perfectly positioned where people can just walk between these if they want to. So we can have more collection in this way. Let's go ahead and get more ladders. From this point, we can bring it down to, let's say, here is going to be fine. We're going to need some support here for that. There, like that. And then bring this over like so. All right. So now we have a lot more stuff that we can collect, and we just need workers in there. So get 2 workers in there. Come on over where my other one was. Right. Not there, not yet. Over here. Yep. Get some logistics people. I'm going to put engineers in there because I have so many of them right now. Workforce there. Yep. And then also the other one right here. Like there. Yeah. So now we're just left with like a ton of extra engineers and like where to put them. Who knows, man? Who knows? You guys want to be citizens? You want to be sailors? Fantastic. Now, I do need more housing because sailors are not permitted to live everywhere. And that's my bad. I can probably fix it in a second. I can't do this. I have 17 sand. It's not a lot. Might be able to make this work. So this pillar here is connected here. And then it's going to be 1 to connect it here. Maybe that's enough to give that stability. Not sure. Let's find out. We'll go like this. Does that change anything for the rest of this surface? I doubt it. It's not right below it. So we're at critical point here is 2284. All right, how do I make that stronger so I can have 1 more row of housing? This is as high as I wanted the housing to be. I don't want it to be any higher than this, so we're good. The idea was hopefully to, again, go around these trees. And in so doing, I would have a walk path that could just go all the way across this from there. And that would be at the right level. And it looks like I'm kind of already above that. Oh, maybe I'm using this one. No, I was planning to use this one. So I think I'm actually too high. But now that I see it, maybe we don't use this as housing. Maybe we put food here instead. We are a little bit of a food deficit. Maybe I don't care about housing so much. I could put greenhouses here. I could put 2 greenhouses here instead. I wonder if that will be too much. I could put 3 greenhouses here. Now that's too much. 3 greenhouses, too much. Okay, so if I put 2 here, though, I think we're okay. It seems. Yeah, and then the flooring can go straight through the middle here and come out the other side. And if we can support that somehow, then, you know, this can help the structural integrity of that later on. But right now, it's just weight right now. But this maxes out what I can do. This building is now 748 down here, so that pretty much maxes out what I can afford to do. Put some engineers in there, put some engineers in there. Changing your life. So we lose 5 sailors, gain 5 workers. Ugh. I definitely have a problem with that. I really don't want to lose the goods because I could have a trader later. I could afford the influence. So I'm going to just suck it up and take the influence hit there. On the policies screen, I've already got this bonus. I like this bonus, though. It's great. Freedom land. And I've been looking for like opportunities to maybe do that. And I'm thinking this. People don't have to be loyal to you, but they're happier. They gain 10 happiness. Everybody does across the board. That would satisfy the other quest I have. The issue is that their maximum loyalty, I don't know. It's going to go down, and I don't know what that does. Like a negative 100% maximum loyalty. I don't know what that means. There is no maximum, I guess. Elections where they pick new leaders. I like the plus 10 happiness right now thing because it puts these guys at 51. And that gives me this. Unlocks leader actions and stuff. It really just opens up the door. But it also does this. And there's an event outcome for that too. So I like that idea. We'll come back to it maybe. But loyalty comes first is here. I think I like that a lot. What was the other one I was looking at earlier? Signal building's chance to getting more citizens. I don't care for that too much right now. Freedom. Letting outsiders join you will increase their loyalty. That's just outsiders specifically. And then there's the work. Bit of hope. Okay. This one just +3. It's not too bad. That boosts it over to here. Right. I'm thinking like that one gives +10 happiness, and then this one gives it. So it's like I'm thinking maybe we try this one. I don't have enough. I just spent it, didn't I? Yeah. More walk speed. We could go with that. Less carrying capacity sounds a little scary, but I already have the bonus that gives them carry capacity before. This is a +3 to freedom. We're currently sitting at 63. So 66 doesn't... It makes it to where if I ever bump it by 10, we're good. I'll wait on it. I mean, I've been looking at it, but it's just like... I don't know. I wish there were different options. I guess, like, I don't like the options I have is what I'm saying here. I wish I had better options. Can I get over here? I need to get somebody over here to work this. Let's bring this up to there. And let's bring... Yeah, like right here. Bring that up like that, and then just have it cross. Okay. Game. There we go. Game. No, like that. There you go. There we go. So that should get us to this machine, and then we can start gathering from this. There's a lot of supplies here to gather too. To help us with that, though, I'm going to need more logistics people moving things around. And I'm thinking right behind... I don't want to be right behind it because then it's in the way. I guess I could put it right next to it. That wouldn't be too bad. Oh, hey, you know, the plus range thing. Right? What if I put this on top of this? Does that increase the range that these guys can walk? Because there's a range on these buildings, right? So I'm wondering if maybe that helps this building. I don't know. There's the engineers. I actually do want sailors in the greenhouses because they have that production bonus. Although this counts as a food building, and I don't know if that would matter, but we're going to put sailors in here. And then there's some more sailors too. Boats. Yeah, boats are better. Okay, take these out, put the engineers back here, and then boats are going to be, we have metal boats. We'll put you there, and then we can stick the sailors in there. 1, 2. 2 extra boats going off and getting things. What an adventure. Still down 2 housing. And there's not enough time to build it because they're on leisure time now. So we'll have to wait for it for tomorrow. But 2 isn't too bad, you know? 2 housing is a kind of a whatever thing. I can definitely afford to give people more water. I'm going to bump your water rations up. And I'm going to bump your water rations up too. We're going to see what that does to our water supply because those are the 2 biggest factions. It may not matter, or it may matter a great deal. We will see. I'm not seeing them gather this stuff. Oh, I messed this up. Yeah. That's why they're not getting here. I messed this up. There we go. And then this right there needs to go away. Yeah, we don't need that. There we go. Now they can access that stuff. Okay, and at the bottom here, we can send some people too. So maybe we'll take this peculiar object and we'll send some engineers out this way to try to get this too. We still have 12 unemployed engineers. I'm not entirely sure what else to do with them because these logistics buildings are workers. I guess I could pop them in the headquarters to gain influence. All right, that's something I could do. So I guess I'll put them in there. I can make them work in this building, get more junk. That's good. I broke this down, so I wanted to try out a new way of doing this. So I want to see first off, just how heavy is this thing? Power right here. So you're at 1440 on weight. Do I require... I want to be able to push you away, basically. So I don't like this. I wanted to do a different block. If I mounted you to a concrete block, I think that's a bit wasteful. Can I get away with it being this one? That's too big. I don't think so. I want to see if I can get away with this. So with this building here, right? We usually put it here. This is where it was, is in line with this. Where I actually want it to be is out like 2 spaces. I basically want the green to be in the middle of the block. That way on the other side, it's also in the middle and they don't overlap. So we get maximum benefits for it. So I just need to go 1 out basically. And I just don't know whether or not this is enough to make that happen. So I'm going to go like this. Whether it can support the weight. I think it probably can. Yeah, like this, it doesn't support the weight. So I would need to... Yeah, it doesn't support the weight. So I need to make this a bigger one, unfortunately. If I made it metal, I don't have a whole lot of metal, but it's better than concrete, using this for concrete. If I made this metal instead, would you be able to hold that up now? No. So it may not be this that's the limiting factor. I think it's these. I don't know. It can't be that. Huh. Just won't hold that up. What is it that's stopping you from... Maybe it needs to be on top. Let's try it this way. We'll go like this. Maybe to here. Let's try it with the wood first. We might be able to double this up actually. If I go like this. What about putting you on top of 2 of these? On top. Oh, you have to be mounted on this side. Okay. It has to be mounted on that. Just because it's a lot of metal. What is it? 12 metal? Gross. It would be cheaper for me to do something like this. This is 8 metal. I just don't think it'll hold it up. No. Where is the bottleneck? Like, what part is failing here? If I set this here, what part? It's a 0, right? Yeah. So it's a 0. This one's screened. Okay. Just because. What happens if I place a single concrete block right here? And then from that single piece of concrete, I do this. It still won't hold it up. There's got to be something going on here because the strength on this is 20K. It should absolutely be able to hold this. I'm not sure what part is failing here. Okay, I've tried every combination of material and block that I can to put something behind this to push it out even more, and it simply will not work. There's nothing I can do to make that happen. So if I do not place it exactly on this block, it simply is not going to stay up. It won't support anything up here. It doesn't, like, there's just no way for me to do this back to back like that. Concrete blocks, stability, nothing. Double blocks, it doesn't matter which orientation, big support blocks. I've tried all of them. None of them work. So it's just going to have to be, it's just going to stay where it is. All right. We're just going to do this along the edge on this side like we did before. I want to do another one over here at some point, but until we're low on power, maybe it's not that big of a deal. I do want to do more with the junk catching instead of the wood catching. So I am going to shift to having this wood catcher be broken down and changing it to a junk catcher instead. We also now have the metal dredger. Yeah. Can work 3 workplace capacity on this too. It is massive. Holy moly. Look at the size of you. You are huge. Maybe this is what we do. Oh, it's 70% still. Come on. Come on. 70% is bullshit. Bullshit. Oh, this one will work. So here on the side of this. Yeah. I mean, that's huge, right? It just covers so much area there. And I could definitely put it over here. There's like, I just need to figure out how people are going to access it while, like, where's the door? It's on the side. Yeah. Okay. So maybe I place this in between here, like here, you know, there's room. It can fit. I just have to be able to get people to that door. It's the only downside. You got to get people into it. So let's try here. I'm going to build it here. We're going to see what happens. Now the question is, how do I get people to this door right here? So this is where people get in, is right there. They got to be able to get to that point. I would think that you would be able to access from this ledge, provided I give you a way to get on this ledge, right? So I would think this would work, right? Can't get it. I can't get that in there. I can't get that in there. Really? Yeah, you can't place that there. Hang on. No, maybe if I go off of this side, no, it still doesn't work. Okay, weird. So this arch, there's just nothing you can do on that arch. Maybe I can go from here and then to here. And then from there, I can go over. No, it doesn't let me place any block there. Very interesting. Okay, but I can get it here. And they should be able to walk across this, provided I can get them to that. So maybe we go... It's going to look really weird. But it'll work. Yeah, we'll put this out about that far. We'll put stairs down from here. Oh, it doesn't support the weight. Okay, hang on. Maybe I come down from the top. I mean, that's probably better, right? I mean, I think Yeah, I think we can probably get behind that idea instead. Come down from the top instead. It's actually much easier to do that. Probably. It's this curve that's the issue, really. It's like trying to navigate with this curve. But if I can just lift it up like this, maybe I can get them right into there. And then from here, can I go across this? I did it before. Yeah, right there. Can that work? That will work. Yeah, easier solution, right? It's the simplest solution is usually the best one, right? Let's not try to make this super complicated. And then this is going to get me just... Look at the size of this thing. Oh my gosh. I mean... Whew! My goodness, the zone of control on that. Yeah, definitely engineers. Going through there. Sure. Now it says they can't get a place to the workplace. Well, that would be fixed if I would be not an idiot and actually give you a place right there. There we go. Now you can get in there. Sure. That takes care of it. Now they can get inside that dredger. My goodness. So the materials from this, though, I mean, they have to take them quite a long ways. And so I'm thinking maybe we pull... This power is not that good anymore, but it's still there. And it's still... It doesn't require wind. It doesn't require rain, etc. So it's still pretty good. But I think I'm going to swap out one of these and put one of the logistics things instead. Just put like one of these guys here instead. I could probably put it off the edge, but that gets in the way of their walking. They can't enter, and then I'd have to stick it off the side or something. I could have done that, but we're going to just do this instead. So I'll build this, and that will let people, engineers, I guess, move things around. And we'll also put, I think, some storage here nearby. We can put one back here, but let's put it right here. I want to find a way to do both. It's just a walk path around is the only way to do it. I'm just going to stick this here. And then if I wanted to have another one, I guess I could go like this. And then we could go like this. That's fine. Okay, let's make this look a little better by just completing this walkway with the railing and the actual wood there. Just to make it look a little better. There. Although it doesn't really look great with the way this is built, so I kind of want to change the parts that we're using here too. Oh shit. Oh, don't do that. Oh, I misclicked in the distance and it just instantly did this. Thankfully, it wasn't anything really important, but like a misclick way in the distance took this out. I got to put this back. Thankfully, it's not something that, you know, people are needed for to build again, but yeah, that sucks. Let's see if I can get this to be the right angle. What? Yeah, right there. That's what I want. Okay. Deleted that on accident. So now a lot of these people can't get to the rest of the base. Okay. Now I don't believe this works, but it looks like it's going to show that it does. So that's neat. I guess we don't need this. And then we'll just, I know it's extra supplies. I know, but it makes it look better. I like the railing. Okay. We'll do that. Over here, same thing. Everything looks pretty good. Not entirely sure why they can't get these. I don't think that's accurate. I think it's just not labeled or it's just not marked to get. Same thing here. This little piece off the edge seems kind of weird to be sitting there, but it's fine. And yeah, so now we have one of these big old metal dredgers. And they're able to... We have to put junk into them, I guess. And power to get a lot of metal. So we need more junk collection. And that's where this comes in. So we had... you know, this was our metal, or sorry, our wood catcher. We got rid of it over here, the wood catcher. And so now we're going to replace it with the this one, which I can't get to be in the same spot because reasons. All right. All right. Can I move it out? Can I have it now? 39. Oh, I see what you're gonna. I see what this is. All right, hang on. Can I do it with just these two? I just need surface area to move it out by 1. That's it. No, it doesn't hold it up. All right, if I take this, if I do this, it's obviously going to fall. We'll undo. Now, I'm going to try this instead because I think this has a bit more structure, but it still says no. Still says no. Still says no. I guess we do metal. Maybe 2 of the metal? Yeah, it's going to have to be this. This would work, I guess. Just looks bad. Don't care for it. Maybe 2 of these would be okay. Would 2 of these fix it? Could you handle it if we did 2? No, you can't handle it with even 2. Wow. Okay. Well, you're gone. Wait, do I not get those resources back now? Oh, if you actually commit to it, I think you lose them for good. Yeah, I don't think I get those resources back. I mean, it's just junk, but still. I'm over here saying I need more junk, right? Well, I need to move it out. So I guess we're going to have to use the metal. It's the only way to do it to where it will actually accept it. So I'll take it like this. That's enough to, you know, allow it to work. So, and then I get 100% coverage, which is what I'm looking for. So we'll do that. We'll let that be.